this got bumped, so that's cool. So I gotta fix this. Hi, internet.
Hello.
Oh, I've been in too much.
Oh, it's falling.
No, it's not falling. I had to.
Oh, wait. I'm delayed. Technical difficulties. We swear we're professionals.
I bumped the camera. Oh, we're on Tears of Kairos. Oh no.
Oh.
That's why. My bad.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Totally a professional, y'all.
We know what we're doing.
Yep, totally. So, welcome to another episode of Brew tonight. Grave is not feeling great. He's under the weather, so staying home as to not give the spring ick that's here in the south to anybody else. And also, Goosehead Jed is on a business trip right now doing Goosehead Jed things. So,
Yeah.
Basch and I are here, and we are going to bottle a Blackberry Mead here in a minute.
Yeah, we made this on stream, a couple of months ago.
Yep.
But, it doesn't look how I expected it to look. It's got kind of this purplish, brownish coloration to it. I was expecting kind of this deep purple.
No, this is about the color I was expecting, because we also did leave the pulp in there, which is going to add to tannins. I'm just hoping that we didn't make this bitter. Like, I'm concerned we might have skunked it, but we'll find out.
Well, that's always a risk when you make your own.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're not going to start by bottling this just yet. We're going to sample one of the mini beers that are in front of us.
Yeah.
We went and got some things we have not
tried or even seen.
I have had Three Philosophers before. I do like that one. It's just that I wanted to find something strong, and I knew if we got you the Russian Imperial Stout, you were going to.
I can drink it. It's tough.
If
you're not used to Russian Imperial Stout, it's a hard drink.
There's some kickback.
Yeah.
So we have 4, and we're going to roll a D4.
Yep.
Where is it?
It's right here in front.
The giant D4. Okay, you roll. Give us the honors.
Okay, leading it off this time. Number 4.
I think that's starting with the.
What do we got here? This is the Three Pillars Pale Ale, by Chandler Island Brewing Company. So this one seems to be a bit of an oddity.
Yeah, we've. It's Mississippi Aquarium. Okay, so it's connected to that. Education, conservation, community. So that seems like it's good.
Yeah, they got a little blurb here on the side of the can.
Okay, why don't you read it?
So it says, consume for conservation, which kind of an oxymoron, but it's got education, reaching the hearts and minds of all guests by connecting them with the planet's most precious ecosystem is the driving force behind Mississippi Aquarium's education department. Conservation, making the connection with the aquatic world through education, biology, and conservation inspires individuals, families, and communities to be empowered to take action for conservation. I think I'm sensing a key here about conservation. Could be wrong. And then community. Through our education and conservation programs, we will touch the hearts and open the minds that will ignite curiosity and ultimately guide our guests to being good stewards of the community. Typo.
Yeah, there's a typo on the can. Way to go, Mississippi.
It also has another one here. This Pale Ale is full of American hops that add a wave of citrus and floral notes, which are well balanced with its malt flavor, making it the perfect beer to drink by the sea.
From Gulfport, Mississippi. So, hey,
yeah.
Of all of these, I think there's only one that is not from a semi-local brewery. So, let's... Now, we got all this at Tenori's, our local high-end wine and alcohol store. Oh, that is... What did they say? This is a pale ale?
Yeah.
Oh, that is...
This is a very deep amber color as I'm pouring it. Maybe I picked the wrong thing.
No,
No, not this, but my cup.
Oh, so, I'll give them. I do like the can. They're doing what a lot of brew companies are doing now, which is instead of printing directly on the can, they print labels.
Yeah.
Because I think it saves money.
Just easier, I think.
Also, 5% alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
So, first off, give it a sniff. Yeah, that's pale ale.
Yeah, but I'm definitely picking up citrus flavors, and I wonder if it carries through the taste.
I'm getting
I'm
a
getting a
bit.
lot of citrus.
All right, let's give it a sip. That's not bad. It's a little. It's not as bubbly as I thought it would be.
It's
But
actually a
of
bit more on the bitter side.
bubbly or not homebrew, but smaller batch brews usually aren't as carbonated as some of those stuff, like a Youngling or a Budweiser, or any of that.
I hope that's not coffee.
No. Do you have coffee in there with it? That would definitely throw off the flavor.
Well, I'm looking at the foam, and I've got a couple of like darker foam spots. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I washed this.
Yeah, if coffee is involved, that's not a good additive to the flavor.
Coffee's good with everything.
Mm-mm. Coffee and napalm aren't good.
When is napalm good?
According to the Geneva Convention, never.
See? Unless you need to really remove that tree.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And all the trees around it, and the rest of the forest. It's great.
Don't start California fire season early, man.
Wait, does it end?
Yeah, it ends.
Oh, I thought California was still on fire.
No, it's mud season.
Oh.
I feel slightly mean.
So the mud's on fire.
No. But does that mean they'll make adobe? Or is it just pottery?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a terrible thing, and yeah. Anyway.
Let's not get into it.
You know, this isn't bad. I was expecting more of a lawnmower beer, kind of like Commotion from Great Raft. Which, Commotion might be my favorite APA. Because it does have enough zing to it to have some flavor. But it's light enough that if I've been mowing the yard, I drink one of those, and it's kind of like a pick-me-up, so I can then go mow the front yard, because we both got a half acre of land.
Something like that.
So...
this is not at all what I was expecting, to be honest.
No, I mean, it's not bad. It is not bad at all. It's kind of... it's maltier than I thought it was going to be.
I was expecting something more like a extra citrusy lemon sandy.
I wasn't
with a bit of salt.
I wasn't expecting that. It didn't advertise that. Like, if it's a salt beer, they advertise it.
Yeah.
This is to... Now say this. Hot day, under an umbrella, on the beach. If this is coming out ice cold, like out of a... I hate to say it because it would sponsor us, but hashtag please sponsor us, Yeti Coolers.
You could just say it cooler.
Yeah, but like, everybody... Okay, there's the red igloo that everybody's mom and dad and even you have, because usually you inherit that thing because they survived the apocalypse.
Yes, they do.
But they don't keep stuff super duper cold. They mostly keep the ice cold. And then there's the, the abominable ones that do keep things super cold, but are highly expensive. But if you pulled it out of one of those, this being like ice cold crisp, real good. Or if it came out of a tap, where you got to work that CO2 a little bit more. Like, I feel this could use just a little bit more carbonation. It's not flat.
It is good.
Definitely not going to be my number one for the night, I'm fairly sure.
That's not fair. You've already tried one.
Yeah, and the one I've tried probably is not my number one. It might be, I don't know. I have nothing but absolute confusion directly in front of me.
Yeah, but we'll get to that when we roll the dice. We've got two very interesting beers in front of us. I'm not there yet.
No, I'm not ready to roll again. But it's good. That might be more of a slow drinker. It has more weight to it than I thought it would.
I could see this as a dinner beer. Just hard day's work. And following the same vein, I could see this as a lawnmower beer.
What about if you added a slice of orange to it, kind of like you do with a Blue Moon?
I could see that. I could see you doing like a good number of things with this particular beer.
Not orange. What you're saying, the lemon shandy? Mm-hmm. Adding a lemon to it probably.
I could see it going either way. Like this sits on that middle ground where you can do like any of those extra tricks: lemon, a lime, an orange.
It needs to be gussied up a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm kind of getting it needs to be gussied.
It needs a little. It can stand to have a little something extra if that's what you like.
Again, not bad. Whoops, excuse me. Burp. Now, you bought this one. Mm-hmm. Did you see how much it... It's got to be like $9 for the 6-pack, maybe 10, because we did
I think it was 11.
We bought it at Tenori, so it's going to be a little bit more.
I think both of what I bought was 11.
So... I mean, the thing about buying it from there is that you're going to pay slightly more because it's...
So we'll say $9 to $11.
Yeah, it's a fair price.
Yeah, for what, 6-pack?
Yeah.
That is a fair price.
Now, I know that one, that the Three Philosophers was 14.
And I'll say this. I'm not sure what all's going on with it, like the Mississippi Aquarium and all that jazz.
Well, I mean, it's partner, because if it's brewed, it's...
So if the aquarium's getting a cut...
It's from Chandelier Island Brewing Company in Gulfport, Mississippi, which I believe is where the Mississippi Aquarium is. Mm-hmm. It's probably a partnership.
So if the aquarium's getting a cut, I'll gladly pay that extra $11. I like aquariums. I like museums. I like that kind of stuff. But... I'm a slow drinker. I enjoy it. I know we got, 3 more to go through, so...
Yep. There's only one thing that concerns me, and that's that right there. I'm not sure. I don't think that's mold.
I don't think so either.
No, I think that's...
Could just be sugar.
Probably. So, there are some speckles within the neck of the carboy. This has been sitting since...
I don't remember.
Since October?
Has it really been since October?
We did this before the Hot Wings Challenge.
Yeah. Oh, when was Veterans Day? No, that's pictures. Do you happen to remember what Veterans Day was?
Right, first, second week of November. It was a Friday. That's the only reason we did the Hot Wings Challenge that day. Which I've been informed we eventually are going to have to do something similar again.
Yep. I don't know. I don't know when we made it.
This would have been so there's the one that got cut off that we've never fully published of Brouhaha. Because we weren't recording, we were just streaming, not recording.
Yeah.
Then there was making the Blueberry Mead that we made together.
Yeah.
And then it was making the Blackberry Mead, and that's... Was that the first time we brought Jed in?
Yeah, I think so. I think that when we made this, was the first time we brought everybody in.
Yeah.
And then the next one was Veterans Day. And, the issue was we were locked out of this account because we just finished Extra Life Weekend. Yeah,
there was a oopsie doodle.
Yeah. But it worked out. It's fine. I really wish the other two were here, but...
Yeah, Jed is way wittier than either of us to add to the comments, and, I just play off of that.
Yeah.
But, hey, how much more do you got to drink?
None.
Okay. Well, we won't roll the dice yet. Let's actually just give this...
Let it breathe.
Oh, no. Once we've opened it, we need to start...
Bottling.
Yeah. Ooh, that's kind of sticky. That's different.
Sticky?
Yeah. So, come over here. What do you got? Ooh.
That smells sweet, but I'm picking up, just in the smell, something a little bitter.
Yeah, there's probably going to be that. Also, we have a mother floating in there right now.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's part of the yeast cake.
So, for those at home who don't do this very often, you want to tell them what a mother is?
The mother is, and I might get it wrong, I don't usually do wine. And this might be more of a wine than a mead with the amount of blackberries we put in it. A mother is a yeast colony that you can take pinches off of and continue to make further batches. So it means technically a mother is mostly immortal. But much like a lobster, it's biologically immortal. You can kill it. There was like a 500-year-old winery in France and someone accidentally killed the mother. Which means the wine will never taste
the same.
And I'm pretty sure someone got fired.
Maybe more. Who knows?
I don't think you go to jail for that.
Yeah, but the company might go after you for damages.
Oh, yeah. There's a good chance of that because, I mean, my great-great-great-grandpa made this. All right, so we're going to bottle this, but we got to use gravity to our effect. No, like if I pump it from there, I'm going to have to keep pumping. That's going to get us too much yeast. I was trying to do this without getting on the floor because I wanted it to be on screen.
Yeah.
So do we have something? Trash can.
Trash can.
Trash can. Totally hygienic. Totally professional. So we're going to do this on your side.
Yeah.
We're going to you're going to hold this on that.
On the trash can.
Yep, because we just need that height differential.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll be enough. I think it
And we're still on stream.
Yeah, we're still on stream. You're not. You get to be the tall one right now. Alrighty, so. Well, we got a bottle that's already open.
Yeah.
So, what we have here, and I know when we bottled the blueberry when we made this. What I got here is a auto siphon and a hose with a lock. Now, the thing about this that's awesome is it does not involve us using a bottling wand, which means you got to siphon it much like it is a gasoline out of a car engine. So, and to tighten this, to restrict the flow, you just do that. To release it, you do that. It's old, so it pops loose quick. Now, what you're going to do is stick it in there. Do not touch the bottom.
Yep.
So get it in there just a little bit further. We got to break the surface, go down. Okay, that should be it. Now give it a couple good pumps. Okay, there we go. Stop. Don't need to do another one. There we go. Okay.
Gravity's crazy.
There we go. So that's a little bit of paler purple than I was even expecting.
Yeah. We also might have gotten some of the mother in there.
Now there's a chance of that. This is why we got top. Because again, this pump does not always.
Well, I mean, it's a kind of a thick tube. It's a thick boy.
All right. We'll sample from the first one because that's going to have the least amount of shrub or. Okay, help. I can't do it one-handed. Okay.
Where? Oh, well, close it off.
And we'll wipe these down.
Yeah.
So far, looking through the tube, might need to lower it a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of the yeast that just went through.
Oh, we're getting more than a little bit.
Now we are because the mother's descending to that level.
Yeah, hang on.
That made it worse. And now the suction is gone.
Yeah. I can get it back. No, the mother wants to go for a ride.
Oh, we're going to get some of that anyway.
There you go, suction's back. How close? No, we're on the bottom.
Tilt it a little bit. You know what? Let's call it at these 3 bottles. I know that that's still not a small
It's
amount.
not everything.
No, but there's a lot of particulate in this one. This one's going to be filtered through teeth. So,
Yep.
so take that to the kitchen.
So you might want to tell our viewers at home what happens if you drink all the yeast.
You get the poops. Like there's no question. You get poops when you drink the yeast because it's still active. So we're going to wipe these off so that none of that, and I'll be right back because I'm going to take this towel out and the jar of Brody's. Did you get it on?
It's
Splattered it on the cabinet.
Nowhere near as bad as Denver. That's what we get us. So, Ugh. So, 3 bottles. Sometimes we get more, sometimes we get less. But 3's not bad. We can put this dirty trash can right back. Covered in dust. Everybody likes a spoonful of dust. But yeah, so I'll be sampling out of the first bottle. It's definitely got more of a brown than I was expecting. I was expecting more of a deep kind of purple. I mean, they're blackberries. And Hewitt's over there, like, or Miro is over there, like, no. I've been told it's the honey. The honey is what gives it the color. But I'm certainly not the expert.
Neither am I. I just have the house we do this in. So, we're going to sample a small glass of this. We didn't put it in the secondary or else this would have come out much clearer.
That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Definitely smell the honey. No. Cheers.
Cheers.
That tingles. Spicy? Like it's a warm mouth feeling. I'm assuming that means there's a lot of alcohol in this.
Yeah.
Did we make it too high proof?
No, I'm not. The alcohol taste is there, but not the burn. I don't. It's not skunked, but I think we missed something.
It doesn't have a blackberry flavor.
Not at all. It doesn't have a honey flavor. I feel like we added way too many spices.
We didn't really add that many spices to it. We put some allspice in.
Yeah?
We put a little cayenne in. I think we added nutmeg. Not a fan?
I'm not a fan. It definitely has a medicinal flavor, and it has almost no sweetness to it at all.
That's the problem. Is as much honey and as much black. It's because we didn't get the particulate out of it.
I don't think so.
What do you think did it then?
I don't know. Maybe we just made a bad batch.
I mean, I don't know if this is bad. Oh,
It's not for me.
I'm feeling the warm. Do you feel the warm?
Yeah, I'm feeling the warm, but that's akin to most of our meads. Once it hits that belly, you get that warm feeling in your belly. But overall, it's not doing it for me. I like a sweet mead. Now, if you like something that's a bit more spicy and medicinal, this is right up your alley. Now this makes me want to try this again, but just plain. Add no spices, no cayenne, nothing. Just to see what happens. But
It's not my favorite. I was really expecting more of a blackberry taste.
yeah. Yeah, I was honestly expecting like a sugar-coated blackberries.
I wasn't expecting that. Now, we did cut back on the honey when we made this because we were adding so many blackberries.
That might have did it.
So I think that if we should make this one again, but add extra.
Or just add our regular amount of honey. Not cut back. Do it the same way. I'd say add none of the spices. Just to see how a baseline turns out. I think a baseline's good.
We didn't add cinnamon. That's the good thing. This would have been terrible if we put cinnamon in it.
Yeah. I don't think it'd been good with cinnamon.
Also, the reason I know we didn't put a ton of spices in is pouring it out.
Mm-hmm.
There was none of the.
Huh.
So, also I'm wondering if we did make this more of a wine because we'd use more blackberries than honey. If maybe we should have aged it longer. Like, I think maybe we should stick. Like, we'll save this one. We'll leave one of them here at my house.
Okay.
And the next time we do this, and we have Jed and Chris here, we get their opinions. But we leave those two. Either you take them and stick them somewhere at your house, and we let them age. We let them sit for a minute.
Well, we could send them home with Jed and Chris.
That means we're never getting those bottles back, though.
Are you sure?
Like 90% sure we won't get
Well.
those bottles back.
Damn.
Jed has like 3 little kids. There is a chance something's going to shatter.
Fair enough.
Like, I have one, and I have to keep him away from anything I don't wish to break.
Well, I can find a spot for them. I might. Yeah, I got a spot.
You know, what also might be good is if we made just a regular sweet mead and we cut them together.
Hear me out. Crazy idea.
Mm-hmm.
Cannon's Earl Grey mead.
No.
No?
No. You don't dilute Cannon's Earl Grey mead. So,
It
makes me wonder, though, about that other one I got going that I got all the ginger in. I'm just wondering what that ginger and a few raspberries. And I also added some peppercorns to it because I wanted peppery notes instead of like the more earthy notes from like the.
Well, everything about what you just said tells me it's going to be closer to these.
It's going to be much lighter. I'm already looking in there. It's already much lighter than this, but it's not a failure. We're just going to tweak it.
Yeah, just not for me.
Might not be for me either. Like, there's a couple meads that we've made that are sitting in my fridge still that are not.
Well, I know before I joined you with the mead making, a lot of your meads were highly medicinal flavored.
That's because I added mint to a lot.
But you like that flavor, so.
I do. All right.
You gotta. If you're not making it for yourself, what are you making it for? That's half of it.
To be fair, that means I got a lot of mead out there I haven't been drinking because I will not drink mead by myself.
Fair.
Because
well, drinking's supposed to also be a social thing.
Yeah, but also the mead we make. If you drink more than 2 by yourself, there's a chance you wake up tomorrow where you were sitting.
And you feel bad.
Yes.
I think I know the next one I would like to make is the blood orange.
Yeah, we got to get those in season.
Yeah, but the season should be coming up, isn't it?
I think so. I know Satsuma's just went through, but we got the frozen raspberries. We got 2 jars of honey. We might want to get another.
So we might do the raspberry next, then the blood.
Yeah, we were going to do the raspberry tonight, but we're missing people.
You don't want to do it without the whole team.
So, rolling.
Roll again.
Yep. 1. All right.
Hey!
French toast.
So are these what? How much are these?
Yeah, look at it.
12 fluid ounces versus 12. Okay, yeah. So we saw these. It's just said French toast stout. And we're like, that just sounds terrible. And then we went and looked, and then we came back and we looked at it and said French toast stout.
We're going to give it a shot. So this is by Abita from Abita Springs down in South Louisiana. Let's see. It is 8% alcohol per volume, making it the second highest alcohol beer at the table.
Yep.
With creamy notes of maple syrup, cinnamon, vanilla, and nutmeg, this stout will have you craving breakfast for dinner. A decadent brew inspired by a morning favorite. Our French toast stout has a smooth and subtle sweetness. Perfect for any time of day. Okay.
Well, I know I wasn't getting much smell out of these bottles, so I went ahead and poured. And I gotta say, it is dark.
It's a stout.
Yeah, it is really dark. Let's see about the smell, though.
I wonder if it's going to be like that Bucky stout we got. That was delicious, though. I'm not getting the smell.
I am.
Oh, there it is. Kind of a coffee side note.
I was about to say, sweet coffee.
Yeah, I was figuring this would be more along the lines of a coffee beer.
The smell I was getting, like, you're sitting there, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you're steadily drinking on it, and you can smell pancakes covered in maple syrup. That's the smell I'm getting.
I'm just getting the coffee, but one of my nostrils is stopped up because it's pollen season.
Yeah, well, we're having whiplash on the
Yeah, mosquitoes.
temperature.
Mosquitoes don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it was like, what, 30 to 40 yet last week, and now it's in the upper 80s, and next week we're going back down to the 40s.
Yeah, everybody gonna be sick.
I feel like winter is walking in, we're in an argument with them, they walk away, and they turn around, walk back, and go, and you know what else?
I mean, technically, winter lasts until next month.
Ugh, middle of winter, and it's 80 degrees.
Dude, I've had Christmas in shorts.
Welcome to the South.
Yep. All right, let's give this a shot.
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh. Do you get like a Nesquik? Like a... There's powdered sugar. This is weird.
This is weird.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of weird. Like there's a buttery there is a buttery taste in there, so I can tell that it's got like the same heaviness as a milk stout.
There's a whole lot going on there. And I'm trying to pin it down, but as soon as I pin something down I go, wait, there's more. This is the Billy Mays of beers so far.
Take a sip, let it sit in your mouth for just a second. There's the butter. There's a powdered sugar note. Like it's a sweetness at the tail end. Like, okay, I don't know if I don't eat French toast that much, but every time I do, I feel like there's still something in my mouth after I've eaten it because of how powdered sugar sticks to everything.
Uh-huh.
Same thing with like a funnel cake. I kind of have that feeling in my mouth right now.
All right. I'm going to take you on an adventure with this. So...
Artificial maple syrup?
No. Hear me out. I got to go on an adventure just to explain it. So...
It was the summer of '83.
And I wasn't even born yet.
But there I was.
But there I was. No, I feel like as soon as I drink it, that first flavor is I'm getting a cream and milk coffee.
Yeah.
And as I continue tasting, it next moves in to a buttery pancake. It's got that cakey sweetness, cakey butteriness,
it's almost
richness
too
to
sweet.
it. I'll get there. And then on the back end, as you go to swallow, that's where the maple syrup hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost too sweet on the back end. And the whole way through, it's heavy. Like even now, I feel like I'm describing it wrong.
Okay. Okay, this one might be a bit of a reach. Have you ever made your own French vanilla hot chocolate by taking cheap Walmart hot chocolate and the cheap Walmart French vanilla creamer, because together they were still cheaper than the Swiss Miss French vanilla chocolate?
I have not, but I'm following.
Okay. Okay, you know what? It's just the artificial sweet, or it's just the artificial creamer. That and the powdered sugar both have the same consistency when they hit your mouth. Like, the mouthfeel is what's catching me off guard with this, because it flows through the mouth like every other stout I've ever had.
Yeah.
But the sugariness, the sweetness at the tail end stays. Like, I can still taste sugar right now, but it's not like pure, like, table sugar. It is that either powdered confectionery sugar or it's the maple.
I think it's the maple.
And it's almost too sweet.
Yeah, I think it's the maple. I'm not
Like,
picking up a whole lot powdered sugar.
I'm not going to be able to drink more than one of these at a time.
I will say this.
And I don't mean that it's bad. I don't do sugar well anymore.
I will say this. This is one hell of a dessert beer.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
If you eat...
With a scoop of ice cream in it. With a
Oh,
scoop.
now you done did it. Do we have ice cream?
There is vanilla ice cream in the deep freeze. We don't need to do that.
No, we don't. But I'm thinking about it now. I can see this being amazing on a hot summer day with a scoop, a French toast stout float.
Turn this into a glaze over a dessert. Like, use this with like with a cake. Use this, boil this down, make it thicker, mix it with something. Use it as a frosting, or make it a thicker syrupy drizzle to put over like a coffee cake.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'm finding more uses for this of things I still would not eat because I'm not a huge coffee cake fan. But, like, again, me saying I can only drink one of these is not a condemnation of this beer.
Oh, it is. It is very sweet. It's...
Whew. Like, I'm going to finish it. But it's almost too sweet for me. Like, it's the same thing with, like, a lot of lambics and fruit beers.
Yeah. I'd say, as far as... Well, I don't really have much experience to stand on with those, but I will say this is more of a sugary sweet.
Yeah, more than it is. But my thing is that fructose and sucrose, my body doesn't differentiate. It says fructose. And, again, this is good. And I am going to be fighting to finish this one just because it's so damn sweet. Like, I don't want to say something bad about it, because it's not a bad beer. It's just kind of like you're saying the mead's not for you. It's...
Well, this is very much a dessert beer. Like, if you eat a meal and you want dessert but you don't want to eat anything more, this.
Yeah.
Of course, it is heavy, so you're gonna feel like you just ate something.
I don't really think it's that. Well,
I'm picking up on the heavy.
I'm spoiled on heavy beers.
Well, you'll drink a whole case of Old Rasputin for the giggles.
And the flavor.
Yeah. And
the enjoyment.
Exactly.
And the fact that other people look at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's the point I'm making.
Ooh. Shit, I wish we'd bought Bud Light just as a palate cleanser after this one. We're gonna...
So I got water. This is... I can't drink this fast. And I kind of want to be ready for the next one. That's the downside.
Okay, so what can we do to slowly finish off both of these beers right now?
I don't know. Give me a second.
Because we made rules about we probably should not play games.
Yeah, well, it's hard with four of us, and we're all bullshitting.
Yeah.
Can I do...
What are you Googling? What?
So, I just Googled, what can I do as I slowly drink a beer? And it goes, focus on other things. Try to join in on an activity while you're drinking, such as playing pool. Remember that if you're in a bad mood already, drinking alcohol won't help.
Thanks, Google.
Thanks, Google. Google's great and terrible. Kind of like Twitter at the same time.
No, Twitter's just terrible.
I don't know. I find funniness there.
Twitter is just terrible and has always been that way. The current management has just exacerbated it. And I'm over here going, I am so glad I don't fucking live online. I'm just the old dude smoking a cigarette or I am Ben Affleck stepping outside the house.
And I'm over here having never had a Twitter account. And I'm just like, I don't pay enough attention to Twitter to really know what's going on. All I know is a lot of people are angry and I'm laughing at them.
I used to have a Twitter account, and then someone stole it and tried to ransom it back to me. I said, no, you can keep it. I'm just going to disconnect my email from it. And so, old school Monroe gamer might be posting. I don't know.
Could be banned.
Could be banned. I don't know. It might have taken a swing at Elon and his hair plugs and gotten banned. But I don't know. Like, I got that and I was like, keep it. I haven't used it in like 8 years when I tried to do a game blog and get paid, and then people didn't pay me for what I did.
Yeah.
Because it was the internet and they pay you an exposure. Like, I would have accepted Dogecoin back then.
I think a lot of people would accept Dogecoin. It's a lot of people are making a ton of money off of it. Last I checked.
How do you make money off of crypto?
Oh, because they were selling for like a ridiculously small amount. So people bought it up for the lulz, and then suddenly Elon Musk comes along and he's like, "Oh yeah, I love Dogecoin," and so it goes up to like 5 cents a coin. And so people are sitting there with like 1 million coins, like, "Oh shit, this is now from like 10 Dogecoins to 1 cent to like 5 cents per."
Yeah, here's my thing though.
Don't quote me. I have the numbers way off.
Look, I understand that Bitcoin and Dogecoin and like a couple other cryptocurrencies are actually marketable. I understand that. I do not fully understand how they're marketable because I don't see the worth of what they are. Like, crypto to me, every time someone has explained crypto to me, like, that's a Ponzi scheme.
I can see it that way. I'm not good. Like, I've never really wanted to get into crypto. And as far as I understand it, is your currency is attached to a data set.
Like, it's data mining. Like,
yeah. So here's your whole set of data, and you'll mine. Your computers crunch the numbers, and you get a payment in form of a token, which attaches to that data set. Fair enough. But if nobody wants that data set, or if nobody can use it, or if the power goes out, it's not something physical or tangible. By the way, none of us are economic.
I teach civics, but they cut free enterprise out of the curriculum, so.
None of us are financiers. Take everything we say with a grain of salt. And in general, we're just outsiders looking in. We don't know what we're talking about.
So my input.
This is not financial advice.
My input on this is the reason that these cryptocurrencies are worth anything is because someone said they're worth something that people listen to. Now, to be fair, you could argue that about any currency.
Yeah, you really could.
But my thing is with like the greenback, it's backed by our economy. The pound sterling is backed by the UK's economy and the King's gold. Which is one reason.
Well, we moved away from the gold standard quite a long time.
That's what I'm saying. The pound sterling in England, their coin. They never switched to the euro because the pound is worth more. Like back.
But I don't think it's backed by gold.
I thought it was partially backed by gold because England's economy is not stronger than ours. But it's valued at the last time I looked, it was over $2 for a pound. Now the euro is always like fluctuating between 98 and $1.75. Like that's what made me mad is I paid to go on a trip to England.
Yeah.
It's the reason I got a job as a sophomore. Lied about my age to get a job. Don't do that, kids. Don't get jobs in meat packing plants either. Fuck that company. But
wait. You know what? We'll put a pin in that. I want to come back to it. Cause I want to make sure it's the one I'm thinking of.
what the meat packing thing?
Yeah.
The one up in Idaho, or was it Iowa?
I don't quite remember. I just
But
remember
they got busted with 12-year-olds cleaning machinery.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were undocumented. So that's fuck you to the company to me.
So, okay. So I think what had happened was that came out. A couple of other companies got busted, but those other companies actually had documentation that these were, I don't want to say juvenile delinquents, but they were...
Still not okay to me.
Yeah. Well, it's helping people get more back on their feet. But 12-year-olds, no. You should be more so in school than anything else.
They get a 1.5... The ruling was a $1.5 million fine, which is a slap on the wrist for this meatpacking company.
Most companies, yeah.
And that pisses me off because here's the thing. Like, the small level of politics we'll get to is that you have companies that will throw a ton of money behind people that say build a wall.
Okay.
And then they're the ones that are paying coyotes to bring in cheap-ass workers.
Obfuscation. Say one thing, do another.
Yeah, it pisses me off because it's like you are perpetuating the problem that you are rallying against, and that's hypocrisy. And at the same time, you know, I get mad at people. Oh, they're taking our jobs. Do you want to go pick lettuce? Like, I don't mean this badly, but lettuce cannot really be harvested mechanically easily without destroying lettuce because it's like 90% water. It is water held in green leafy jello. And if you do it wrong,
yeah.
So you got to go out and manually pick it. So
I mean, I'd do that if they paid me enough.
That's the key thing here. Like most Americans, they'll pay me like at least minimum wage, and I'll go pick that shit. And I'm like, you will go with a big burlap sack for $7.25 an hour into a field in Southern California.
Minimum wage not $7.25 at California though, is it?
No, I'm just saying is I'm just using our numbers where we're at because we haven't done anything to minimum wage since I worked minimum wage, and I'm going gray now.
I was about to say that's not true, but then again I was like, what we are doing isn't changing the amount. We're just getting rid of employees.
No, Louisiana has not raised the minimum wage above $7.25.
Instead, companies are getting rid of employees.
Yeah. Okay. My thing about the kiosk at McDonald's.
Yeah.
I feel really bad because that is costing a cashier their job. Mm-hmm. I also don't have to talk to anybody while I order my fatty McFat and salt meal. That is not going to make me feel better as a person. It's not going to make me feel better anywhere other than I just ate salt and calories so I can get back to my job like the little work piggy I am.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had enough.
I finished mine. I'm gonna have sugar farts.
Like
that was dirty. You did that on Twitch in front of God and everybody.
You're welcome. Tune in next week where I step on rice with my bare feet.
Well, now I gotta actually goddamn clip something.
Next stream is going to be huge. We're going to have a ton of people show up and like, I wanted feet.
No, we'll just have you in a little, like, whenever we do Monday night's Holy Win, or no, when we do Saturday or Sunday's kitchen table, I'll just have on repeat a video of you just stepping on rice.
Not only is it ASMR, feet. I know how you weirdos are.
Fucking Christ. Oh. That's as bad as me reading Little Debbie packs. Alright, I'm not rolling because I'm going to say after that one, the beer that we need to drink is not that one.
Oh.
So, Kampai style. I feel like that's slightly racist, but I don't know. It's dry hop Japanese rice lager, which means it's going to be like a Budweiser. It has instructions on how to use chopsticks to pick up a piece of chicken. I am a heathen and I will stab that shit.
Alternatively, it's showing you how to pick up a dumpling.
I will not step. I've learned gyoza are the most delicious thing on the planet. Pork
I think
dumplings.
step one was wrong.
Is that how you hold that's how you hold a crochet needle.
Yeah.
Anyway, the simplest way to say cheers in Japanese is kanpai, meaning dry cup, and bottoms up. This lager was inspired by the kanpai mentality and essence of celebration. 16 ounces, 4% alcohol. All the Surgeon General warnings. This is from Great Raft in Shreveport. They make 3 beers that I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of Creature of Comfort because I'm not a fan of coffee beers, which was my fear with the French toast when we got it.
Yeah.
I was going to handle it.
I want to drink it, but
It's so sweet.
it is.
It's almost like you just ate a beignet and now you have to eat yet another beignet. And like you want to because they're so delicious, but your body's like, you've already had 6. Why did they give us so many?
So,
Why, God?
I have a friend of mine. She's from Texas, and so she took her son down to New Orleans.
Okay, this is bubbly. Okay.
And while they were there, you gotta go to Cafe Du Monde. It's just, if you've never been there before, Cafe Du Monde is where you have to go.
I like that's in a big can.
And so you gotta try the coffee, you gotta try beignets, and so she picked up a shirt. It just has little squares with smiley faces, and they're doing this, and it just says "bin" and then "yay." It's so stupid, and I love it.
To be fair, sometimes stupid is great. But
Enjoy the stupid things in life.
smell it. It's a beer. That has a beer smell.
It is very beer.
Now, before we drink this, I will say this. You mentioned earlier you're not a fan of Great Raft.
They seem to have a bit more of a oddity as far as beers go. Like, they don't just have like a standard beer. They have all these weird.
Their
beers.
standard beer is Southern Drawl, which is just a slightly hopped pilsner, which in that lemon shandy that Chris made,
It's not bad.
the shandy gaff. Oh, that still sounds dirty, doesn't it? But then they also have Commotion. I'm a fan of Commotion because to me that's a great lawnmower beer because it has a bite. It has a bite at the end. Reasonably Corrupt, I am not sold on because again it's a coffee beer. They lean heavy in the coffee. And then there's Creature of Comfort, same thing. Amber Waves of Pain that we had before.
All right, that one was good. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Randy the Macho Man Savage on a beer front. Like I saw that at the bottom at Tenori's.
The label alone sells it.
Well, I saw it at Tenori's when we were there, and it's like, we've already tried that one on stream.
I did. That's why I didn't point it out. We're already spending way too much.
I bought Lagavulin.
I bought a bottle of Compass Box. If you're a Scotch fan, give Compass Box a try.
It's nice. It's what we
It is
kicked.
nice.
It's what we kicked Extra Life off with this last time.
Yep. He enjoyed it.
I did, but at the same time, this one's gotten me to drink Scotch because I learned there's more than just Johnny Walker.
Yeah. I like a smattering of whiskeys for my mood. Whatever mood, I have a whiskey for.
Oh, that feels good. Oh yeah, yep. You can watch it right there. The look of absolute joy on the screen as I pop my neck. All right, let's kanpai.
Kanpai!
All right, this is drinkable. What's that floral note? You get a floral note? Like
Yeah, I'm getting floral. I'm getting... It's
that's the rice. That's rice bran.
okay.
Now the reason I said I expected this to be like a Budweiser is because they use rice shells to help clean it. Chris and I have done it with some of the lagers we've done. Is you throw in a bunch of rice husks, and Budweiser does that. It's extra filtration. Not gonna lie, it allows you to cut down on the grain so that you can make a lighter beer.
Well, they definitely got a light beer.
This is a lawnmower
It's
beer.
very carbonated.
I don't hate this.
I don't either. There's a bit of sourness to it.
I'm wondering if that's the sourness of the beer or that we're still this is mixed with like pancake batter now.
Wouldn't it be sweet?
I'm not gonna...
I'm gonna do something crazy.
No.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, okay, you're not pouring it into your cup. Doing a chaser, huh? That floral note is definitely rice.
I'll be honest. A sip of that murders this.
Well, yeah, this has no flavor. Okay, let me rephrase it. It's not that it has no flavor. Okay, this is my version. Like when we had Simpler Times, and we made Jed drink Simpler Times, and he said that this is a can that says beer. This is just a can that says beer. That's all this beer is. That's what this is to me. This could literally just, you remove the Great Ref logo and just write beer on a silver can. That's what I'm getting here. This is a cheap-ass American beer made in a Japanese style that is light. You drink more than... Okay, you shotgun this whole thing.
Yeah?
You do like every time we've watched an anime and a Japanese businessman hits one of those tiny bars that we wouldn't fit in. Okay, you could.
Probably.
They would tell me to wait outside because my fat ass would take up 2 seats. Just go.
No.
Just hand it out.
No American.
They just hand it out the window. It was like, do you cooking anything on a tiny grill? Because like I'll literally. Okay, I'm sorry. Every time I watch an anime and they go to the tiny bars, there's always like a yakitori grill.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you're cooking on that. Like I don't like fish and I don't like squid.
It's so good.
Yeah, I still don't like it, but the amount of sauce I see put on it and the way it looks like it smells and the way it's cooking, I'm like, kind of. It's like watching a studio. It's like watching a Studio Ghibli movie, and you're like, where the fuck is that bacon in real life?
So
go, hey, internet, go watch any Studio Ghibli movie. When food gets cooked, look at that bacon. That's a whole ass bacon steak. Studio Ghibli spares no expense on making the food. Oh, now I'm slightly sad. I remembered something. Did you ever watch Kiki's Delivery Service?
Of course.
Phil Hartman was the cat.
Oh.
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 Yeah. Also, fuck Andy Dick.
So back to the beer.
I'm sorry. Part of my childhood was... Like, I watched that with my child. I was like, I like the cat. And I'm like, I do too. Is he going to be in other things?
No.
I wish, son.
I'm about to say something controversial. I don't want it to be mean, but it's going to come off as mean. Bud Light has more flavor.
Bud Light has a different flavor.
I feel like this is lighter than a Bud Light.
It is.
Like, if you like seltzer water,
we found LaCroix of beer.
Yes, this is the LaCroix of beer. This is the seltzer water beer.
Again,
if that is your alley and you like beer, you're gonna be over the moon.
Okay, look, you've just been. Okay, you don't. Your dad does it, but you've been in the yard all day doing your yard work. Like, I mean, you got up at 7 in the school, or during the summer when we don't have to go into work. And you've been doing yard work all day, and all of a sudden someone hands you one of these ice cold, like ice is still on the side of it. You're going to like it because this is water plus 1.
To be fair, I'm going to like any ice cold beer at that point.
True, but this is water plus 1. This is one that you could drink and still continue to do yard work unimpeded. Now, I can do that with an old Rasputin still, but I'm probably going to puke if I'm still mowing after I drink an old Rasputin. Again, I think you've seen me mowing my yard drinking a Southern Drawl.
Yeah.
Pissed off.
Because you got to be out in the heat mowing your yard?
No, because if I don't mow my yard all in one day, I'm going to be mowing part of my yard and my uncle's yard in the same day. Oh god, that season's coming back. I'm going to have like no free time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I will definitely not have free time because I think we've alluded to a couple times. I'm about to be double dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! coming in August 2023.
There's something to be said about fatherhood. Not that I would know.
Yeah.
I just see it on all the other fathers.
Oh no, totally excited. Looks like I'm gonna have a little girl. Super dope. I'm screwed. Because I'm dragging your ass into a tea party. There's no option.
Oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt she's going to drag my ass into a tea party.
You're gonna be Mrs. Nesbitt.
Shoot, the Chaos Muffin already calls me uncle from time to time.
Yeah, he does. He has 3 Uncle Kyles. He also says Uncle Moose to the one that's getting married. Then there's just Claire. Claire! The way he yells it. And she's like, what?
I didn't do nothing wrong. Why are you yelling at me?
You know what? It's not lavender, but you know how, like, there's a lavender sub-note on so many things? Like, it's not the taste of lavender, but like anything that has a lavender scent added to it, there's always that undernote of it. It's never sometimes it's not the main. This dog.
Dog.
God, I'm probably not explaining this right. Like when it's something that's like sandalwood, something, and lavender. Like the lavender is always the undernote at the very bottom side of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's where I'm getting that rice floral note from. Like that tail end, it's almost like it's like rice in the room next door. So your seltzer water LaCroix statement is not wrong.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, that one kind of made me feel bloated. Just.
Oh, we're gonna have farts from this, man. I mean, I can see yeast cakes floating to the bottom of all 3 bottles.
Yeah.
We could have had a pinch of sugar and then just...
Shake it up?
No, clamp the top down. So it doesn't explode wherever you put it.
That reminds me of the first batch of 2 Warriors. It wasn't done fermenting.
No, it wasn't.
So a lot of the containers, if you took the plastic off, the top would pop off.
Yeah. We, when Chris and I used to brew in larger amounts, we had big mouth bubblers, which are one of the worst inventions ever. Okay, I take that back. If you put them on a piece of plywood that had eye hooks in them, and then you put a ratchet strap over the top. Because the thing is that when you make, out of 5 gallon, you got like a 1.5, 1.25 inch bung at the top. There's not enough pressure to send that thing out.
Okay.
Most of the time. The big mouth bubbler has a 4-inch diameter silicone plug at the top of it so that you can reach your whole arm in and clean it out. Cleaning wise, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
The number of times I woke up to boom from my hamper. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay.
Fun.
Yeah, nothing like waking up at 3 a.m. and the best part of waking up. What the fuck?
And the cleaning.
No, it was never like foaming over. It was literally the yeast farted the thing off. Okay, so we got our last one. We don't got to roll. Hand me this. I'll read it. So, 3 philosophers. Quadruple L. We've let this sit for a moment. Do we want to switch this up for cold ones?
Let me go get a cold one.
Yeah. 9.7% alcohol. A blend of quadruple L and Creek L with cherries. From the Om Gang brewery established in 1997. Rich and complex with this tour de force is a blend of quadruple ale and authentic Belgian Creek. Its malt and depth and gentle sweetness enhanced by lively carbonation and touch of cherry. This perfect beer for leisurely sipping and quiet contemplation. 1 pint, 16 ounces. From Cooperstown, New York. I've had this one before. I am a fan. This is one of my favorite Mardi Gras beers. If I'm not driving. Which, by the way, Here at TBA, we do enjoy our adult beverages fairly regularly and enjoy making them. However, if you're not of the age to drink, 21 or older, please do not. And if you do drink, have a DD. Don't get on the road. Do not get behind the wheel of a vehicle. That is very dangerous. PSA over. Kyle taking a long ass time. Whoa. Bleh. Bleh. Whew, multiple beers plus mead. Whew. No. No. Okay. I'm not as entertaining by myself, Internet. I'm very sorry to the one viewer we have. Here he comes. Nope.
Ugh.
I read the whole thing. Why do you say bleh?
Feeling full.
Okay, we're definitely splitting this one.
Yeah.
It is a heavier beer.
It
is a Belgian monk beer.
Oh, I'll go with less.
No, that's I filled up to that point. Now it has cherries in it. There's a chance it may be a little sour.
Let's see. Complex is 20.
It's a quadruple Belgian monk ale. Belgian ales have a tendency to be slightly sour, but I don't mean like, it's not like juicy sour. It's not like sour beer sour. Shouldn't be. That's the reason why I want us to get a cold one instead of one that warmed up.
Yeah.
So smell it. That's strong. Don't get any cherries out of it though, do you? All right.
Maybe they went a little light on the cherries.
They might have. I don't know anything in Belgian to like say salute. Hold on. Use the internet.
Are you nerdy?
That's goodbye. I was gonna say use the internet. Let's use the internet. My phone's over there.
What do they speak in Belgium?
French or Flemish? So let's go with Flemish. Flemish for cheers. Because the northern half of Belgium is known as Flanders.
Santé!
Can we get
Brussels, that's Brussels, is coming to stand when saying Chanté. From the Flemish region.
Can we get the internet to speak it for us? Where's Google Translate?
I don't feel like doing what you Google Translate.
Okay.
Chanté!
Chanté. I enjoy that. I'm glad I didn't pour either one of us a full cup at this point in the night.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
That's very heavy.
Belgian, okay, let me go ahead and tell you. This right here is one of Graves' favorite type of beers. He loves Belgian triples and Belgian doubles. Quadruples start to get a little heavy for him sometimes, but they lean heavy into my realm. This is a beer more than once I've bought and drank at Mardi Gras. It is a beer to drink when it's cold. Not just the beer, but outside cold.
And yet, I feel like if you're in Belgium, they just take one off the shelf and hand it to you. Warm.
You realize what room temperature is in Europe, right?
Like 70 something.
No.
No?
60.
Oh. But still, that seems a little warm.
This right here, I have to have cold. If you handed this to me lukewarm, especially after having some of these other beers, it's not staying down.
Fair enough.
I can go ahead and tell you, because this is barley soup that has a lot of rock sugar. I fully love this. The only problem I'm running into is I'm full of meatloaf and beer.
I'm full of beer. I want to like it.
Flavor-wise, the sour note is not really there, which is good. These would be more sour because they've warmed.
Yeah. So, I'm getting... I don't know what I'm getting.
Cherries and afternote.
So, I'm getting a very heavy beer up front and on the end, but on the sides, I'm getting something nice and light.
That's a Belgian.
I wish I could say more, but it's kind of all I'm getting. I want
Okay.
to like it.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you, we'll drink another one of these tomorrow when we are not full of other beers. Because I'm going to be honest, as much as I like this one, this is curbed the entire night. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the French toast from Abita, that's a kicker.
That is a kicker.
That is a kicker. I think
It's a flavor that stays. It's got staying power and a half.
I feel like we should have flipped the philosophers and the French toast, but we did not expect the French toast at all. Like,
No, we didn't.
the star of tonight is the French toast. That does not mean it's good or bad. It just is. That's
It's the one that's letting us know we drank it.
tummy wise, yes. Alcohol wise, I'm still feeling the mead.
Yeah.
The mead is,
I'm talking even flavor-wise.
but that's what I'm saying is flavor wise and weight wise, the Abita is here. This right here is a really good beer, but the flavor up front, and this is for me drinking that multiple times before, is going to be the amber sugar and the malt. This is a malt forward beer. Like I said, it's a barley soup.
I can see it. I can taste it.
And that's
See
not
is not the
a
right word.
it's not a bad thing. The cherries,
I'm not picking up on cherry at all.
the cherries bitterness cuts the amber sugar at the tail end, because here's the thing, Chris and I made a quad or a triple before. And when we made that triple, we had to cut the effect of the Belgian rock sugar. We had a pound of it that went into 5 gallons of beer, because that's what the recipe told us to do.
Huh.
And very quickly, when we tasted the wort, we went, we got to do something about this. So we upped the hops. So the cherries, while they do add a little bit of sugar, cherries are tart.
Usually.
So they're there to kind of curb the sweetness. Now, again, we're not going to finish off the rest of this. I'm not going to make you do that, because I'm pretty sure you're running out of room.
Oh, I'm out of room. I'm not going to finish what I got.
So, to the internet, while we're drinking this, again, we're not saying that Three Philosophers is bad. We're
Not at
just
all.
circumstantial. It coming at the tail, like, oh my god, if we had Jed and Chris here, I think they would 100% agree with us.
I think we would have done better if we had the other two here.
Well, I'll be honest, we probably would not have gotten this one, because we would have grabbed all three. Mm-hmm. And, well, okay, we would have grabbed Jed, because Chris probably would have been late if he had been
Yeah.
there. We would have grabbed Jed, and the three of us would have all gone and bought one beer.
Yeah.
We still would have ended up with French toast,
Absolutely.
and I think we still would have ended up with Kong Pie, because the can
Just
caught our
come
attention.
pie.
It caught our attention. Plus, there's like 2 other beers we thought about getting that really just didn't.
They didn't work with what we had already picked.
No, but also it didn't work because, here's the deal. I'm not going to drink another barrel-aged beer from a third party or independent brewer simply because they all taste the same because they chunk the same amount of pre-burned oak that they get from a distributor into them. So
The same distributor,
yeah,
more than likely.
and while I like bourbon barrel aged beers, sometimes it's too much. Like there's only so much oak butter that I can taste in a dark beer before I'm like, instead of giving me like the giant ass bottle, you could give me like a can, like a 16-ounce can. That would have been enough. You gave me like 8 ounces too much of this beer.
I mean, that's not to say you can't do something more interesting. Like, what if you aged the beer in a port barrel?
That adds a slightly different flavor. It does.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's like the barrel aged beers. They all
use the same kind of barrel. But
Well,
there's so many different barrels that you can use.
They don't. Most of the time, most of these places don't actually use a barrel. What they do is they get
just chunk in
they
chips.
get the cores, the spirals
Yeah.
that we've bought before.
I know exactly what you're talking
Chris and I bought one before, and the problem is that eventually that's campfire.
Yeah.
And I know I have a bottle of Lagavulin in there that's probably a campfire.
Yeah.
But the alcohol content to the campfire is different. It's different flavors, and you also put that over ice, which changes the whole everything. But I mean, I'm not going to drink those. You're not going to get sours. Like if there was a night we did nothing but sours, you're probably the beer angel. Like Chris was the chicken angel.
Oh.
He was the nuggy man.
I'd probably drink with you. I'd probably drink with everyone. I just request a lot less. Like, a sip.
That's valid.
Sour's not my thing.
I don't know what Jed doesn't enjoy. I'm pretty sure Chris would avoid some of the ales that I lean towards. Not like he'd go for the stouts and he'd go for the porters, but he might not go for some of the ales.
It's just too heavy right now. It's good to end the night on.
This
is a good one to end on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, with the French toast thing, this is just too heavy.
Yeah, the two of them.
It's rough.
That's eating 2 double cheeseburgers.
Oh. That's an apt way to put it.
Like, you like 1 double cheeseburger. When the second one comes out...
You're like, I have made a mistake, but I've already bought it, and it's not going to be good later.
There's the... type noise coming from you, right? Like, I finally made this. This wasn't even my final form. God damn it, Elden Ring.
So, of everything tonight, which one did you like the most?
Okay, so, we all got some of the cans right here.
Yeah.
You take that open one. So, I'm going to still put Three Philosophers up as my favorite because of bias. I'm then going to put Three Pillars, French Toast, and then Kong Pie. And it's not that Kong Pie is bad. I think Kong Pie suffers points from being right after French Toast. Like, I'm not picking a beer I don't like here. It's just this is the beer that somebody has to be a loser. Nope, not everybody gets a rose.
Yeah, somebody's got to lose. I'm kind of similar. I'll be honest. I cannot legitimately give Three Profits a fair review. It's just too heavy right now for what I want to drink. And so I'm kind of forcing myself to drink it, and when you're forcing yourself to do something, you almost do it disdainfully. It's good.
I finish you out of spite.
Yeah. It's good. I can see it being enjoyable. I can't be fair to it right now. So I'm just not going to give it a judgment at all. Other than give it a shot. It's a heavy beer. There's a lot of flavor there. I can't do a judgment right now. My favorite tonight so far was the Triple Pillar, actually. There's a lot there. There's a lot you can do to it. It can suit the mood in a lot of different ways. So if you're just like, I want something tangy. You can add an orange. Or I want something more lemon shandy. You can add a lemon. And it is going to be right there to take it.
Rock salt would be good in it, too.
Rock salt would be very good in it. It is a beer that you can add anything you want to it, and it is going to be delicious. On its own, though, it suffers. Follow it up, it's the French toast. The French toast is actually a very delicious dessert beer. I wish we had saved it for the end, because I do feel like it kind of knocks points from the Kung Pao. But having chased the French toast with the Kung Pao...
Kung Pie.
Kung Pie.
Kung Pao is a type of chicken.
Either way.
I hope that's not problematic. I really hope what I just said wasn't problematic.
Yeah, it's fine. No, I really like this for a dessert beer. It's a bit much. It's hard to drink if you're not used to the super sweet foods, and I don't eat a lot of sweets. In fact, I don't eat a lot of candy generally. But as far as dessert beers go, this has been one of the better ones I've ever had. And I gotta follow what the Kung Pie. It's super light. It's like a lighter Bud Light. There's a bit more going on, but it's the LaCroix of beers. It's very carbonated. It's very water. It's very thin.
You know what? That's fair. Kung Pie is at the bottom of the chart for both of us, I feel, because it's just...
There's nothing going on.
It's not even offensive. Like, the pickle beers we drank were offensive. Like, they hurt. They hurt. They were bad ideas.
I had to drink the water just to get the taste of pickle out of my mouth.
Did it psychosomatic in there?
Yes.
Ugh.
Those were
Gross.
terrible. I will never see or understand why people like pickle beers, but if it's your thing, more power to you.
Pickle Rick. No, I ain't going down that way.
Ugh.
Anyway, so this is where we feel about these beers. I think tonight was a good evening. I feel like we killed about an hour and a half.
Did we?
Yeah,
Huh?
1 hour 27:48 something. But I feel like we killed it pretty well.
Yeah. It's mead. We drank some beers. We talked about some bullshit.
Yeah, I would call this.
We're way past the 5-minute mark, so I can say that.
Yeah. That's
Not that this is going to go on YouTube.
What? I post all these on YouTube.
Oh, well, you can't swear within the first 5 minutes, apparently.
Well, fuck. I've done... Moose has made me do that. There's so many holy ones that are not going to... Because, like, there's a t-shirt we're going to have to make that said, God damn it, Moose.
Oh, fun times with YouTube's changing policies.
Anyway, thank y'all for watching. We didn't do it at the top of this, but through the end of March, March 2023, if you can donate to the Trevor Project, we would greatly appreciate it. They are the charity that we're donating to this quarter. They help get housing and therapy to LGBTQ plus youth who have been displaced by, well, lack of a better term, shitty families. I'm not going to mince words on that one. Your kid's your kid no matter what. Your kid's your kid. You kick them out, that's being shitty. Teacher, sorry. So if you can donate, we would greatly appreciate it. It is a charity that definitely deserves any and all money that can be given to it. So, that out the way. Our upcoming schedule is Sunday. We have a kitchen table with Cannon, Knox, and myself. We will be taken into Verbo Hell once again, not only by my wife, but by Mish, Knox's wife, the Mistress of Darkness. There are apparently some things that my wife was looking at with her when they visited this last weekend that made her just start giggling. I heard, why is there a chandelier there? And now I need to know, and I hope it's a washroom.
Oh.
The only thing better is chandelier in the shed. Oh, bathroom. Then you got a fancy shitter. Anyway, so we're going to do that Sunday. Monday we'll be back with Holy Winds. Thursday we'll be back with Tears of Kairos. And Wednesday next week will also be Redwell Chronicles. The Sunday after next we'll be back with a modified version of Bonus Roundtable. We're trying to shift things up. We're combining it with Investigation Check. I'll be leading our first roundtable in this new format, and we'll be talking about dice. You want to join?
Clickety clack, dice rocks.
Clickety clack, math rocks.
Dice rocks, math rocks. Yeah.
Click,
Yeah,
clack,
I'd like to
click,
join.
Clack, click, clack, woo.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
all.
that's what we'll be talking about. We will give you all an update. We will have some upcoming charity events here soon. We will probably... I got a burp trying to come out, and this is terrible.
Yeah.
We will probably run Revenge of the Fallen at some point. The fast food themed Warlock game I designed for the Ukraine charity last year, but then everybody got sick.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, I don't want to run this for a minute. So
There's been a couple of games we put on hold.
There's that one. There's a good chance over spring break, which is the end of March, that I'll catch him and my wife and maybe somebody else, and we'll do some Monster of the Week earlier in the evening.
Hell yeah.
We're going to do some random bull crap. I'll also keep an eye out. We got some other podcasts that are supposedly in the works, and we have Crescendo of Violence and Blades in the Dark that will eventually be run by somebody. Me, probably, because I own the books. So that's what we got coming up schedule-wise. Social. We are on Twitch. Twitch. I'm getting Twitch and Twitter confused. I always do
Well,
that.
Twitch at, the channel you're watching right now.
Yeah.
Team Bonus Action. Twitter at Team underscore?
At
Is it bonus?
Now that you said that, like, I've gone so long without messing this up. It's at bonus underscore team. What was that?
I don't know. It's probably the inanimate objects just face palming.
Probably, or we got a poltergeist.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're
Probably just jealous we drank all the beer.
and on Facebook we're Team Bonus Action. You can also find us on Linktree as Team Bonus Action. We're on Instagram with uploads of some randomness up there. My wife has a TikTok. I forget it. I think it's under Freykun. I might be starting a TikTok.
That's not terrible.
Huh?
Not terrible.
Me to start a TikTok is not terrible.
No, just TikTok in general.
Anyway, and then we also have our very lovely website created by our own Frecky V of teambonusaction.com. You can go there, learn more about us, donate to the charities, or even donate to us. We will happily accept money. Hashtag please sponsor us, Waffle House. Hashtag we will accept Denny's.
We will play D&D with your employees at Waffle House if you sponsor us. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic.
We promise we won't
free
throw a chair.
advertisements. Oh no, we definitely won't throw a chair or a punch. It'll be the least violent interaction your employees get.
Wow, we made that really sad at the end. Like, we need to end this on a high note. Like, let's figure out a fun fact so that we can end it on something slightly better than what we just said, because that was terrible.
Don't let your meatloaf?
No, that's not a fun fact. Like, what is the name? Hold on, Google it, because I think it's something cute. Fun fact for the internet: what is the name of a baby platypus? I think it's a puggle. Hold on, we're trying to have something wholesome at the end, so we don't end on the note that was just a sad beg for Waffle House.
It is a puggle.
Baby platypuses are called a puggle. And since Knox is not here, don't let your meatloaf. God, we gotta get better at this.
We gotta get better at this, yes.